A village mud kitchen. Did you ever think that the modern needs of a kitchen could be met through a building made with mud? Here is an example of a very beautiful kitchen and outdoor dining space that is open, well lit and wonderfully ventilated. Through part 1 of this video, we will be taking you through the making of a kitchen and dining space with a combination of different wall systems. There is also an extension of this building created by extending the walls. The two basic equipments needed for cooking, the rocket stove and the oven, are completely made with mud. Instead of using chairs, a cob bench is made as a seating in the dining area. You will also be surprised to know how easy and cost efficient it is to convert a traditional coconut thatch roof into a reclaimed terracotta tile roof. At this point, it is interesting to note that all the structures and buildings demonstrated here are constructed with absolutely no use of cement. The kitchen. The construction of the main building started as a part of a 10-day workshop in July of 2018. The main space would be used as a village kitchen and the dining space for use of the Vriksha family, artisans and students at the Thannal Campus. Since the building was to be used by everyone in the campus, we decided to make it a semi-open space with reduced wall area and enhanced air circulation. The foundation was made with waste stones collected from nearby villages, mud and lime mortar. As mentioned earlier, cement is not used anywhere, including the foundation. Bamboo posts were erected inside the brick chambers. The roof and wall work were simultaneous activities and were made independent of each other. This has saved a lot of time and has proved to be a distinct advantage over modern construction processes. 3 methods were used for the construction of walls: Cob, Adobe, Wattle and Daub. A combination of sandy soil, clayey soil and red soil was used along with lime for stabilization. Paddy straw was used as fiber that holds the soil together. Herbal admixtures made of kadukkai, jaggery, neem leaves extract and turmeric are also added into mud to increase the strength and termite resistance of this mixture. The coconut thatch roof is supported directly through the bamboo posts and beams. The rocket stove. We started with the basics needed for a kitchen in the interiors. A small rocket stove was made with 2 burners using cob and adobe. It is more energy efficient than a traditional open fire chulha. As smoke is not released into the indoors and directed out through the chimney, it keeps the indoor air clean. This would be a good example for many in the villages who still use firewood and cow dung cakes as fuel and not cooking gas. The chimney will be extended out to direct the smoke outside. A step-by-step video on making of this stove is available. You can find a link to this in the description. Next, we build a home-friendly oven of a medium size to meet the needs of a small family. With a separate burner chamber and baking platform, it is easier to clean and cook. Adya Vriksha, the older son of the Thannal founders, worked with Shihab Khader in making this oven, which he happily uses now to learn about baking and cooking. We also have a detailed video on how this oven was made. You will find a link in the description. Kitchen platform. Every kitchen needs a platform to do different works of cutting and cleaning. We decided to build a very lightweight, non-bulky and less material consuming countertop. An L-shaped kitchen platform was made using treated bamboo, discarded packing wood and kadappa stone slab. A portion of the platform was made with wood, and this can be folded up when not in use, so that more space is available in the middle. A very practical choice of kitchen sink made of kadappa stone can be seen in the corner of the slab. Cob bench. Once the food is made, we need a space to partake of the food. A low-height seating made of cob served this purpose. This can also be a comfortable resting space in the afternoons. One can see the video of making of a cob bench through the link below. The extension. By creating an extension to the kitchen, we could share walls to get an enclosed space with efficient use of materials and finances. Keeping this in mind, the area on the west side of the dining space was extended and made into a storage space. This is a frame structure with the roof supported on posts. The Limecrete roof. The first step in the making of the roof was to treat each pole of the bamboo before using them for construction. Bamboo posts are erected inside brick chambers for protection against dampness. Horizontal bamboo beams connect the posts with each other. On top of the beams, bamboo rafters are added. This completes the structure formwork for the roof. After the formwork is done, bamboo is split and treated. Treatment is done for protection against insects and for longer life. The split and treated bamboo is then nailed on the rafters as close to each other as possible. A skylight is made in the roof to allow more light to enter the space. We allowed a square opening while fixing the bamboo at the position where the glass would be fixed while laying the Limecrete. The smaller gaps in between the strips which occur due to natural bend of the bamboo are filled using paddy straw. Limecrete is prepared by mixing lime, surki and brick bats with herbal admixtures in a conventional concrete mixing machine. The Limecrete is laid with good compaction using a trowel so that no air gaps are formed. After laying of the roof, it is covered with straw and water is sprinkled on top to let the roof dry slowly. The Limecrete is beaten with a wooden tool, thappi, like in traditional lime roofs in Rajasthan. This compacts the roof, corrects the cracks that are forming due to contraction upon drying, and avoid any leakage from the roof. More details on the Limecrete roof will be given out in the Back Home web series and book. The link is available in the description. Building the walls. After making the foundation for the walls using stone, bamboo posts are fixed into the brick chamber using lime mortar. Wattle and Cob is a traditional method seen near Ganjam, Mysore. More than 300-year-old row houses can be seen still in use in this part of Karnataka. A fully documented video is available in the link below. It is a very different method where wattle frames are made using split bamboo. This forms the basic skeleton for the walls. A cob wall is made on both sides of this skeleton, relatively thinner than a usual cob wall. A wattle and cob wall is different from a wattle and daub wall. In a wattle and daub wall, bamboo reeds or branches are weaved as close to each other as possible. A very thin layer of mud, barely enough to cover the branches, is applied on the surface. The mud mix has a slurry consistency to go in between the weaves. You can see the video of making of a wattle and daub cottage in the link below to understand this method. In wattle and cob, split bamboos are used to make a formwork with gaps around 1 feet in between. The wattle acts as a reinforcement in the cob wall. There is no close weaving done here. The mud used for building the wall is of a dough consistency. And the thickness of walls is in the range of 5 to 6 inches. We have added cow urine and lime into the mud to increase termite resistance and stabilize the walls, making it stronger and more resistant to erosion due to water. Upon drying, cutting and leavening the cob will be very difficult. Hence they are cut and made into straight lines when it is still wet. The cob wall is simultaneously built up layer by layer. We can build more height in a day than the usual cob wall as the wattle framework is available as support. The glass windows are also added at the time of building of the walls itself. A rotating window is also made with discarded car glass. Bamboo holders are used as rotating hinges. Building the arch. To make an arch with cob, we need a supporting formwork till the time the cob dries. The formwork for the cob arch is made first. Then we start building the arch with cob. The supports to the arch are removed after a minimum of 10 days. The roof. The existing coconut thatch roof of the kitchen area is transformed into a reclaimed terracotta tile roof after making the needed structural changes. New bamboo posts and beams are added to take the extra load of the tiles. Horizontal wooden members known as purlins are added above the vertical bamboo rafters so that the tiles can sit on them. A big glass is fixed on the north side of the roof so as to have more light on the inside. The tiles are laid from the bottom to the top, row by row, without any gaps. All these tiles are reclaimed from nearby villages as people discard these tiles when they shift to modern materials for roofing. The village mud kitchen is now functional. The interior works of making storage spaces, flooring and plastering is yet to be started. This will be shown in the upcoming part 2 of the video. You have by now learnt about the methods and materials that go into the making of a kitchen which can function to the needs of a modern family, purely in mud. The basic needs for shelter of a family can be met sustainably through natural building techniques without extravagance and overspending. We urge you to subscribe to our channel and share this video with people who wish to make shelters for themselves without harming nature.